Top 10 collagen-rich foods to rebuild weak legs and joints after 60. Have you ever stood up from your favorite chair and felt like your knees forgot how to be knees? Maybe there was a wobble, a strange twinge, or that slow, grinding ache that whispers, "Not today." You reach for the railing, you brace against the table, and in that quiet moment, it's not just your legs you feel losing strength. It's your independence. Now, let me ask you something personal. When did eating become more about managing symptoms than enjoying a meal? If you've ever stared at a plate and thought, "I don't know what my body wants anymore," I want you to know you are not alone. But here's the hopeful part. There are everyday foods, real foods, that can quietly rebuild what time has taken. Not trendy powders or pricey pills, just things you already recognize. And today, we're going to walk through those together. I'll tell you the stories behind each one, why they matter, how they help, and the simple ways you can bring strength back to your legs, one bite at a time. So pull up a chair, friend. Let's walk through this one small step at a time. Part 1, Bone Broth, Grandma's Secret Comeback. Let's start in the warmest place. I know, the kitchen of someone who loves you. For Everett from Ohio, that someone was his grandma. She made a pot of slow-cooked broth every Sunday. Back then, he just thought it was old folks' food. But now, at 72, Everett says it's the only thing that lets his knees stop popping like bubble wrap. Here's why that old folks' food is having a comeback. Bone broth, especially when simmered from joints like chicken feet or beef knuckles, releases gelatin, collagen, and key minerals. Think of collagen like scaffolding. It holds wonders too. Stir it into rice. Use it as the base for soup, or just sip it warm like tea on a quiet afternoon. It's comfort that heals quietly, consistently, and that's just the beginning. Part 2, Salmon and Sardines, the sea's secret to smooth knees. Now let's take a little detour to the sea. You know who never complains about their joints? Fishermen's wives. True story. Lena, 68, from Maine, told me she eats sardines on crackers every Friday because it reminds her of her late husband. Turns out she was unknowingly doing joint therapy with every bite. Fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in marine collagen, especially when you eat the skin. Now I get it. Fish skin sounds gross to some, but that's where the magic hides. Marine collagen absorbs fast. It helps pad those thinning knee joints. And the omega-3 fats in these fish, they cool down inflammation like pouring water on a fire. Less stiffness, less swelling, better balance and mobility. In clinical studies, seniors eating fatty fish twice a week reported significantly better joint comfort. So if you're standing in the grocery aisle and torn between salmon and something fried, go for the one that swims. Roast it with lemon. Toss sardines into salad. Or just share a can with your cat who will thank you later. Part 3, chicken skin. Yep, you heard me. Now here's a fun one, especially for anyone who grew up hearing, "Don't eat the skin." Turns out, Grandma was wrong on this one. Chicken skin is rich in type 2 collagen, the very kind your knees crave most. Let me explain why this matters. Type 2 collagen is what makes cartilage soft and cushiony. It's the shock absorber between your bones. Without enough of it, every step feels like bone grinding on bone. Sandra, 76, from Texas, used to strip the skin off every piece of chicken. But when her rheumatologist suggested trying bone and skin on thighs, she gave it a shot. Now she swears. by her Sunday chicken soup made with skin, bones, and all. Here's my perspective. In 12 years of practice, I've noticed that the patients who stay strong often eat in ways that surprise people. The trick balance. You don't need a bucket of fried chicken. Just let the Mary, 82 from Florida, eats a boiled egg every morning while feeding her cat and watering the tomatoes. That little ritual gives her joints a quiet boost. Some folks worry about cholesterol, and yes, if your doctors warned you, take that seriously. But for most healthy seniors, 1 egg a day is perfectly safe. Poached, scrambled, hard-boiled, every bite counts. Just skip the powdered protein bars now and then. Nature's version works better anyway. Part 5 berries, tiny, tangy joint protectors. Let me take you to my Aunt Sylvia's garden. Every spring, she plants strawberries and blueberries. By June, the birds are jealous. But Aunt Sylvia isn't growing them for show. She says, "These keep my knees from squeaking." Berries are bursting with vitamin C, which your body needs to make new collagen. No vitamin C, no fresh cartilage. But that's not all. Their red and blue hues come from antioxidants called anthocyanins. These little compounds calm inflammation in your joints like a lullaby. It's not magic. It's just good nutrition doing its quiet work. Berries are easy on your blood sugar. They taste like joy. And they fit in everything oatmeal, smoothies, or just a bowl by the porch. So go ahead. Pick the sweet ones. Your knees will thank you for dessert. Part 6. Citrus fruits, a burst of brightness. Your joints crave approx. 40 words. Now let's bring some sunshine into the kitchen. You ever slice into an orange and just pause for a second to breathe it in? That bright, citrusy smell, that's not just refreshing, it's healing. Let me introduce you to Beverly, 79 from Palm Springs. Every morning, she peels a grapefruit while sitting at her breakfast nook, but here's the twist, she's not eating it because it's trendy. She does it because after her arthritis diagnosis, her physical therapist told her something that stuck. Your cartilage loves vitamin C. And she was right. And vitamin C isn't just for colds. It's essential for collagen synthesis, the process your body uses to build, maintain, and repair connective tissues. Without it, your cartilage loses strength, your tendons weaken, and over time, your joints begin to feel like they're grinding with every step. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, limes, and grapefruits deliver that vitamin C in a delicious package. They also bring in bioflavonoids, which act like tiny firefighters reducing joint inflammation and protecting the precious collagen you already have. Now here's a quick doctor's note. Grapefruit can interact with certain medications, especially for blood pressure and cholesterol. So always double check with your pharmacist or physician. But if you're in the clear, adding citrus to your day is as simple as a slice of orange with lunch or a squeeze of lemon over dinner. It's bright, beautiful, and powerful. Part 7, Leafy Greens, the quiet shield your joints have been waiting for. Now let's talk about something you've probably been told to eat since you were a kid. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, collards, broccoli. They're not glamorous. They're not flashy, but they are unbelievably protective. James, 83 from Michigan, once told me he avoided anything green unless it was mint chocolate chip. But after a scare with bone density, he started sneaking spinach into his scrambled eggs. Today, he says it's the reason he can still shovel snow from his driveway and win at bocce. Here's what's happening in that bowl of greens. They're loaded with vitamin C to help form new collagen. They bring magnesium, which helps muscles relax and nerves fire properly. In broccoli, it's got a little miracle compound called sulforaphane, which helps slow down cartilage breakdown. Plus, greens are packed with vitamin K, which strengthens bones and keeps your joints aligned and supported. Think of leafy greens like the unsung background singers of your body. They may not be center stage, but without them, the whole performance falls apart. Now, I get it. Not everyone loves salads. Try sautéing greens with garlic and olive oil, or blend spinach into soups and smoothies. You don't need a garden's worth, just a handful each day. And if you're on blood thinners like warfarin, just be consistent with your portions. Steady intake keeps your medication working properly. So eat your greens not just because your doctor said so, but because your future self will thank you for every bite. Part 8, Shellfish, Tiny Treasures from the Sea. Now let's dive back into the sea. But this time, we're going small. I'm talking about clams, oysters, mussels, and shrimp. Now I know some folks are wary. Shellfish can seem fancy, or a bit out there, but for someone like George, 77 from Baltimore, it's comfort food. Every Sunday, he and his daughter boil shrimp together. They call it joint therapy with cocktail sauce. Here's the secret behind their little tradition. Shellfish are packed with zinc and copper, two minerals your body uses to make and maintain collagen. Think of them as the nuts and bolts of your body's repair team. No zinc and copper. The whole collagen construction project falls apart. And that's not all. Shellfish also bring omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce the silent inflammation that wears down your joints over time. So what you get is a double benefit support for building new collagen and a calming effect on inflamed joints. If oysters aren't your thing, no problem. Try shrimp in a stir fry or mix mussels into a warm soup. Just remember, shellfish can raise uric acid levels, so if you've got gout or a known allergy, chat with your doctor before diving in. But if you're in the clear, a few servings a month can go a long way towards stronger knees and smoother movement. Tiny bites, big impact. Part 9, Organ Meats, the Forgotten Collagen Goldmine. Okay, this one might raise a few eyebrows, but stay with me. Liver, heart, kidneys. We call them organ meats, but I call them nutritional powerhouses. Once upon a time, these cuts were cherished. Your grandmother probably made liver and onions with pride, but somewhere between fast food and Instagram, they fell out of fashion. Not for Helen, though. She's 81 and from Kentucky. She still makes chicken liver pate every Christmas and says it keeps her sharp and her knees happier than her bridge partners. Here's why organ meats deserve a second look. They're rich in collagen, especially the kind your tendons, ligaments, and cartilage crave. They also deliver vitamin A, B12 iron, and copper, all key players in muscle strength and connective tissue repair. Ever felt that deep fatigue in your legs when climbing stairs? That's not just muscle. Sometimes it's low iron or sluggish collagen turnover. Organ meats fill that gap. Now, I won't lie, the flavor's not for everyone, but even just a few ounces once or twice a month can bring noticeable benefits. You can mix liver into meatloaf, spread pate on whole grain toast, or simmer heart in a hearty stew. One caution: if you've been advised to limit cholesterol or manage gout, take it easy and ask your doctor. But for most healthy seniors, this forgotten food can quietly work wonders. Don't knock it till you've tried it and maybe called your grandma to thank her. Part 10. Beans, the Unsung Heroes. Now let's end where no one expects power to live the pantry. Beans, humble, cheap, and often underappreciated. But listen to this. They're loaded with lysine and proline, two essential building blocks your body uses to make collagen. And they bring fiber, which helps reduce systemic inflammation. Tom, 74 from Colorado, started eating lentil soup twice a week after his granddaughter sent him a recipe. He said, "It's like my knees got the memo. Beans also help with blood sugar, weight management, and heart health. That means less pressure on your joints. Rinse them well, start small, and maybe even pair them with a joke because beans do keep things moving." So there you have it. Bone broth, fatty fish, chicken with skin, eggs and berries, citrus and greens, shellfish, organ meats, and yes, beans. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. You don't need to chase miracle powders or endure painful injections. You just need to nourish your body with what it's quietly asking for. Day by day, bite by bite. In my years as a doctor, I've seen this truth over and over. A well-fed body can still heal. Even at 65, even at 85, because eating well in your 70s isn't about restriction. It's about remembering you still deserve energy, dignity, and peace in how you move through this world. If this video reminded you of someone you love, maybe your neighbor who winces with every step, or your partner who stopped dancing, share it with them. And if you're still here with me, tell me this. Which food are you most excited to try this week? Leave a comment. Let's make this a conversation, not just a checklist. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. Health isn't a one-time fix. It's a journey, and I'd be honored to walk it with you.